I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Remember this? Yeah, this is from the mystery box. I'm going to show you how I put it to use. You may recall this. This came in the mystery box from Burgess, and I thought I had a real good find there. Turns out I got a problem. It doesn't fit that gas can, it doesn't fit that gas can, and it doesn't fit this gas can. This is a cool one. It actually says gasoline on it. So I got to looking at the thing and I thought, well, it won't fit the major diameter, which is what I originally thought it would go on there. I wonder if it'll fit anywhere else. This is made in two pieces, which is kind of cool. Thank heavens that there were standardized threads. There. Now I can pour gasoline out of this gas can without spilling it all over. Now, am I lucky enough that both of these caps are the same? It is my lucky day. Only problem I have this is supposed to have a gasket on the inside here that's missing. So I need to make a gasket for it. This one is on there, but it's in pretty rough shape. I don't think it's going to work, but I can certainly use it for a size. And I have some nice rubber gasket material down in the workshop. So I'm going to take this down and cut a gasket. In the meantime, I'll close these gas cans back up, because this one is completely full of prohibition gas. That's $4.30 a gallon. 5 gallons, and 5 times 4, that's 20, and 5 times 3 is 15, so that's $1.50 plus 20, so it's $21.50 worth of gasoline in this one little can. Hard to believe that used to cost $1.25. Yeah, I actually bought it like that when I was mowing yards. Quarter a gallon, and I could mow 3 yards with a gallon, and I got $1.50 a yard. I was living in high cotton. Anyways, let's go cut a gasket. I can use this cap as a master because it is the same thread size as the cap on that, because this fits. Standardized things. Isn't it nice? Crafter likes the whisk broom. I do too. They're very nice. They're stiffer, and they'll actually kind of scrape. Acts to help clean things up. But the one that I like the most is this broom. I don't know what you call it. It's just a broom. Nice thing I like about this, fairly large size. It does a good job of cleaning a large area, and it is especially good for getting stuff into a dustpan. The fine bristles, at least compared to the whisk broom, seem to work a little better for me. I use them both. I have both and I use them all the time. Just two different ways to accomplish the same goal. Now this is a cheap whisk broom with a plastic cap on it. It's still knotted together, but the darn plastic thing kept falling off. So I glued it up with Gorilla Glue. Since I did that, it's holding together really well. As I showed you out in the garage, this thread is the wrong size for the gas cans that I thought I could put it on. It's still a good gas cap. It still fits a gas can that just hadn't come to my hands yet. But this part doesn't fit. However, this does. But if you look at the gasket that's in here, it's in rough shape. It's nearly sheared in two. Like most things in this project, they're kind of a flow of thought. I got a mystery box. In the mystery box were these 3 items. And I said, I think I can use that. Then I came home and found out that, well, I can't use this. And it's got this problem. And I thought, well, I'll just cut a gasket and put it in it. But when I came downstairs, I thought, I wonder. Now I went to Harbor Freight a while back and I bought this box of nitrile O-rings. And nitrile is resistant to heat, low and high temperature, air, water, petroleum products, mineral oil and hydraulic fluids, natural gases, kerosene, silicone fluids, non-aromatic fuels, and solvents. Gasoline. Yeah. Petroleum products. So I thought, I wonder if one of these O-rings would fit. Now, you got quite a few to select from. So I just started trying to fit them in, and I soon came to this size. And I said, ooh, that's a good fit. It goes right down in there. It's perfect. And I originally thought that this was a cobble job, where somebody had taken a gas can cap and pulled it off and soldered this to it. Well, the inside of the gas cap is flared. Somebody did that on purpose. This is an actual, for real, somebody made it in a factory spout. That's a good thing. Okay, so I got a gasket in that since this thread matches the one on the gas tank, I'm just using it as an example. Once again, the O-ring goes in there, seals off the gap, doesn't extrude. It's going to do a fine job of sealing. And they compress well. This is 70 Durometer O-ring, so it's a little softer than the hydraulic O-rings, which are 90 Durometer. So, and these are what you usually get in a standard pack. If you're working on hydraulics, you want to specify a 90 Durometer O-ring. 70 Durometer O-rings will extrude out of a small gap. If you put 3000 psi, which is not unusual for a hydraulic jack even, if you put 3000 psi on them, they're going to just shear apart and come right out through the gaps. Put in a 90 Durometer O-ring. I don't know exactly what the scale is. It could be logarithmic, could be something else, but 90 is a whole heck of a lot harder than 70. It doesn't extrude. So, now I have an O-ring in there, and I have another gas cap here. This one has a gasket in it, and the gasket looks to be in pretty good shape, so I'm going to leave this one alone. Why fix it if it ain't broke? So there we go. Now I have a nicely made up extension for a gas can, which lets me do the thing that you always want to be able to do. You want to put it into the thing that you're pouring it into before you start pouring it. That way it doesn't get splashed and junk all over the place. But I am going to take the fine wire wheel, which is not very abrasive, and I'm going to clean this up. I won't be able to clean all the little grooves and everything, and I'm not going to hit it really hard, but I am going to take some of this gunk off the outside. Wire wheels tend to spit little fine wires out all over the place, so I'm going to be careful, and I'm going to wear my face shield. Combination of old and new. And a successful adaptation. One more thing out of the mystery box. Time well spent. And this assortment has pulled me out of more tight spots than I care to think about. Hopefully it's going to last a long, long time, and if it doesn't, I can always order replacements for just the things that are missing. But sometimes I find that just buy the whole thing. It's cheaper in the long run. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the US or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.